A human mind is a powerful tool that has ability to shape our reality and influence our action. Throughout history, people have harnessed the power of their mind to achieve extraordinary feats, from inventing groundbreaking technology to reaching new heights in sport and the arts. I usually call mind is the way we shape our world or our belief. Our beliefs shape our thoughts and actions and have profound impact on our life. Consider invention of the wheel, which dates back to 2000 BC. It becomes so deeply ingrained in our mind as a default solution for transportation that we became limited our ability to explore and discover new possibilities. This highlights the importance of reflecting on the power of our belief and how they can influence our perception of the world, as well as our willingness to challenge the status quo. Okay, to innovate and improve, we must recognize the limitation of our mind. Our mind have a tendency to climb but preconceived notions and default solutions. Even other options may be more efficient and effective, but our mind maybe is kind of very lazy to think a new way if they feel comfortable with something. Hence, the will that I will need to consider and revamp is our mind, or is my topic. And the belief that we must challenge is the notion that everything will be alright. In Buddhism, attachment, or Vietnamese called sự chấp trước, is often referred to as dana or taha in Bali, which can be translated as craving. Attachment is established when you feel, firstly, you feel everything is okay and you don't want to change this because something is very, everything is okay, I don't want to change. Secondly, you don't want to change this because you believe it's the best for you. But step back to think about that. If everything in this world is permanent and it's always right there for you, absolutely not. Even your health, your beauty, your youth. Like the Lee Kuan Yew, the resident said, if I have the money, if I have the dollar bill, I will buy back about my youth. So the mind, or I call it attachment or sự chấp trước in Vietnamese, is referred to the strong desire or attachment to material possession, people, emotion, or idea, which can lead to suffering and prevent spiritual progress. But wait, spiritual progress? Hey Cường, what are you looking at? What do you think about it, spiritual progress? So in my case, spiritual progress is simply you put yourself in the center of your thought. You know who you are, you want to be, and your dream. That following the author, blindly without any consideration, then something that okay in the end, and you feel you blame the blind that this fault of life is not yours. No, everything happens have the reasons, and everything happens based on your choice, based on your thought, and based on our mind. So, what is everything happen? Like I said about the mind, the will that I will want to to participate in the TEDxVin University about the will. So, what is the consequence of feeling being attached too much? The butterfly, if you want to become butterfly, it's gonna be a worm. That if you being attached too much, maybe you like a slight wolf that pull the concon behind. It's very interesting that you study in biology and you feel the concon, they want to be a butterfly, they need to put themselves in something very small play. And this is our our self, our belief. Because if you think something is true, you become a lie themselves, and you can approach the sunlight while being the blind zone or darkness. For example, if you think that electricity, going by electric is good, why we have radioactive electricity and we not any event. For example, if you think your lover is the best person, the perfect guy for you, so why some of the time he or she make you cry? Because you think is he think he's best, you think is she the best person before, but everything we think, everything we thought, it's just about the past, it's not in the present. And even the present can be changed. The second consequence of being attached too much is you become a one side in perception. Those who are one-side person, those who are attached, tend to stubbornly cling to their own perception and understanding, believe them to be right, and often do not respect and accept view of others. Think about that. You work in a team, and someone in the team that only think they are right. So it's very hard to work with them and to get innovation. Back to hackathon. That's why I hear from my friends the thing that it's very hard for my friend to I use up my whole day to pursue my friend this idea because he don't give me enough psychology safety to show my idea. But innovation is about you in the book called Creativity in Confidence. Of the two brothers, I forget the name, but I think that if the secret of creativity is that you put a lot of idea, then you remove all of it to choose the best one. But if you don't have a psychology safety enough, how you can do that? Because you think that you'll be attached idea the best. Your idea is full, and I have a lot of more experience than you, so I intelligent. Done more than intelligence. So it will prevent some skill and maybe some effort to be developed. So first consequence of the I call it being attached too much is you have the idol worship disease, that you stubborn person want to compose their thought and framework on the people they love and cherish, believing that is the right way. If your loved one do something that go not in your thought and your preferences, you can bear it. They cannot accept and the truth of that person, and you can believe that. How you can do that? I believe in yours. You're not my friend anymore. So if in that case, it's very maybe guilty for the people to think that, because we are people, we don't have our drawback in some situation that we can't all fully energies. Sometimes we feel depressed. Sometimes we need to listen, but sometimes our behavior don't listen to us because, and there are some days that you don't want to get up, you don't want to share, hey, I don't feel good, can you come with me? No. Someday you want to talk, but if you to think about your friend, your friend or someone will act in the same way in all the time, the people will get disappointed. It's all about yours. So maybe the idea that I think much about if you're being attached, you will increase in desire. Desire is not about the way that you feeling, but the desire that you want them back like the past. The desire want them back, want them happy, want everything will be permanent, not change. And maybe it's against the university laws. So people in this case only attack their desire often a strong urge for things to happen exactly the way they envision it. But how can happen, right? Being many up and down maybe in university life, and maybe listen to my mom's story, I think that my perceptions. We are a master of our life, responsible for our happiness and destiny. Each one can be done for us by others. We also achieve by it by ourselves. If something does not exist in the world, we have we become the genius to invent. Therefore, instead of becoming attached to one thing, we can open our heart and mind to everything that may seem impossible and beyond our reach. So, try to answer how to invent the will. The simplest is open and welcome everything. The will is just a tour for people to get a transportation, move from this from place A to place B. But the open-minded and the mindful, what we are doing, we do it for the purpose that helping others, or we do that for our evil desire. We want to have that people in our life. We don't want them get our back in our life because we really love the emotion they give to us, but we don't want to share to others. It's totally different purpose. So, like I said, the open-minded and mindful in our purpose is the best way to give us to open to others, even the feeling that we receive in that situation. Maybe cute and maybe comfortable, especially when someone yells at you, but you know that the yelling is the way of showing love. Okay, by practicing non-attachment, we can free ourselves from the cycle of craving and inversions and experience true happiness and contentment. We can also open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences and develop deeper connection with the world around us. So, in the end of my idea or my presentation, I want to end with my brother. Actually, he's not my brother. We were born together. We have so many connection in the common. There are some way we are working, stuff together. There are a lot of situations that we don't understand each other. And I hope my own way, and he hoped his way. And sometimes he yelled at me, he angry, he talked something very hurt to me, especially it's related spiritually and the place that I really want to come before I dead. But after that, when he say that, when I angry, I try to make myself not to react again. I try to understand the meaning what he says. That is his emotion, his thought, or something behind that I can understand. When I step back enough, when I try to love myself enough, by loving kindness meditation, I feel like that the way he tried to feedback with me is the one way to show his love and caring. It's not the way that I always desire that he should be more gentle, he should be more slower than the way that he try to feedback. But if I being attached from the way that I expect to other, the first person that disappointed is about myself, right? But I try to open, I try to let everything in that should be. So everything turns out to be, we are still talking together. I understand him more, and also my team, and also myself more. I know that I have something big deep inside, and I need to use time to heal it, and maybe ask others to help me. Then I have a chance, then I discover new perspective in my life, new perception, and then I will use time to connect more. So I also in the end I also get benefit. That's why the reason why you don't try to speak when you're angry. Just listen and understand, and pay attention to what your thoughts and what's your purpose. Oh, in the end, I want to give a Paulo Coelho, a very popular author, about the love. Love is an untamed force. When we try to control it, we destroy it. When we try to embrace it, it enslaves us. When we try to understand it, it leaves us feeling lost and confused. So it's trying to negative, right, to understand that. But there are something that we can, control our mind, love, the next one situation that everything will happen, COVID like a next one. But the way that we control is ourselves, how we react to the environment, to the everything happen to our life. So to reinvent the wheel, or I call it extraordinary invention in the future, we should learn to how control mind and our belief that shape the realities and influence our action. But should not that they also limit your ability to innovate and grow. By reckoning the limitation of our mind, practicing non-attachment by meditation, living mindfulness, to guide life following the humanized one, not the selfish ones, and remaining open to new possibility, we can achieve true happiness and inner peace and move forward in the sustainable way. I mean, sustainable way is that you feel going to the end and you feel still happy, you do a lot of things, but in the now you feel peaceful to sleep. Not you put every responsibility in your shoulder and you think, oh, it's heavy, I can sleep at night. It's not the way that you want to be in life, right? So now it's yours. What do you want in your life? Who are you? And what the thing you want to, in the end of life, you want to remember? The stress, depression, the fulfilling, the happiness, the mind, or everything people want to know you? Your choice. Thank you.